Okay, welcome to the next session. We're gonna talking about innovation in a new era of advertising, and we have Mas Ruly Tambunan here. Halo Mas Ruly, apa kabar?
Hai Melissa, kabar baik? Apa kabar?
Kabar. Saya baik juga, terima kasih banyak sudah bergabung. Saya mau memperkenalkan dulu Mas Ruly ke participants kita, karena tak kenal maka tak sayang. Okay, so everyone, all participants, Mas Ruly is a multiple MMA award-winning sales and campaign strategist with an extensive background in the advertising sales industry. His career expands over several industries, including banking, digital agency, telco and technology company. And with a client first and solution based approach, Masruli is always on the lookout for new innovation and new campaign ideas for his clients. So, Masruli is a good speaker yang tepat untuk kita untuk bahas tema di sesi kali ini. So, Mas Ruly, tanpa berlama-lama lagi, the screen is yours. Enjoy this session, all participants.
Thank you, Melissa. Hi, everyone. First, I have to say it's an honor and privilege to be speaking here among other industry experts. So I know it's lunchtime, but hoping this session will give you a good time and experience while you're having your lunch. So let me share my screen here. Okay. Hoping everyone can see my screen now. So in this session, I will share about innovation in a new era of advertising, but I won't be talking about the technical part of it, tech innovation and all that, because it's not my background. But I will talk about the approach, the stakeholders, the strategy, how we navigate through this pandemic era, and how we should be approaching our customer and building a campaign that works. So yeah, so this is the items that I will share about, and I have this good quote about creativity. Creativity is thinking up new things, while innovation is doing new things, by Theodore Levitt. Okay, so let's start with a quick look at our digital advertising spending in Indonesia. As you can see here, I have provided a graph that I took from Statista from November 2021. So we use 4 inventory as a benchmark. As you can see, from 2019 to 2020, we only have around 8.7% increase. But from 2020 to November 2021, we got a 26.2% increase. So that's a huge increase. And this year, the forecast numbers might be slightly different between platforms, but if my opinion, we could be looking at a 15 to 20% increase for 2022. So judging from the numbers, most brands already adapt to the pandemic or situation that we're in now. They slowed down during the second and third quarter of 2020, but in fourth quarter, they start spending again. And in 2021, they go full force with these 4 inventories. We can see that this 4 inventories, banner, classified, search, and video, are still preferable. But are they still suitable though? Let's take a look. So I have this, we have to identify the stakeholders first in a digital advertising landscape. The first one is digital platform companies, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Jukes, Spotify, Grab, and Gojek. The second one is the media companies, your Netflix, Disney. If we're talking about local, we have MNC Group, we have Compass Group Media Group. Agencies, we have Group M, Dentsu, Omnicom, Publicis, and so on. And advertisers, Unilever, P&G, Lazada, all the tobacco brands. And the last but not least, the consumers itself. So there are actually 4 scenarios in the future advertising, but since we have limited time, I will only cover about the 2 approach, the transactional approach and the creative approach. So the transactional approach, so data is still a dominant factor. Still, data makes it possible to predictively target consumers with highly relevant ads on the right channel at the right time. And transactional marketing prevail over brand communication. Sophisticated data management for creating personalized campaign has become mainstream along the whole value chain. And large digital platforms are winners because they have their vast user base, data pools, and holistic ad tech stacks. They generate precise audience segments and target these with customized campaigns. And then AI-based real-time message personalization hits consumer at the right time, right place, and context. You can add this with a sophisticated payment gateway, and you're there. That's the first one. The second one, I like this scenario. The human creativity is the source of highly efficient campaign that can perfectly meet individual consumer preference. Advertising has evolved into personalized entertainment that uses emotional advertising formats. I'm sure all of us still remember the Thai insurance commercial that popular a while back. That's the start of the human emotion commercial. Campaigns need to be both personalized and creative. Ad experience is highly important. Placing ads in the right context guarantees reach and relevance. And now media companies have shifted their focus from aggregation to production. Advertisers rely on them for high quality content, despite media fragmentation, and uh, media companies take on the creative role. So that's the two approach. And now we go for the steps of innovation that is from my perspective and experience. Knowing your customer segments. It is not a new step. It is not rocket science as well. But the pandemic only reinforced what we already know, that brands must communicate in a very local and precise terms. Creating a personal human connection within any commercial message requires defining consumer segments that describes people according to multiple dimensions that influence their purchasing behavior. Now, this is a new one. Courting customers is just like online dating. For a long time, marketing was largely about buying mass reach or targeted reach at the best rates in media and hoping to convert it. We have seen a shift from brand marketing to build reach to performance marketing to generate leads. Now we on the pandemic, I can see that many are bringing in their CRM team, moving closer to the media team. Find that mixture of personalized solutions to generate greater efficiency in media spend. The third one, relationships are everything. This is also not new. Before pandemic, it is already important. But COVID-19 has placed a new emphasis on relationships. Advertising makes a brand promise. Then it falls to the product, the service, and customer experience to deliver on that promise. As companies rely increasingly on personal data that they obtain with consent from customers, they must not only comply with the regulation about customer privacy, but they have to ensure that the data is secure. That's the that's the legal part. But the opportunity that they have, they can build even more loyalty and differentiation using the data that they have by designing more transparent interface for privacy controls. So for sales and marketing leaders in B2B organization, this has necessitated a serious recasting of talent interaction. A world that what I used to know as a sales and account relies on charm. Now we relies on, basically virtual meetings, virtual seminar, virtual webinar like the one that we are on right now, and more on insights and solution based. Trust will be built by and rewarded to those that listen to customer needs and then craft solutions to meet those needs. The last step, customers expect you to have exactly what they want. Consumers today expect that any experience will be frictionless, anticipatory, relevant, and connected. Creating this experience requires company to place data and technology at the core of their organization. This likely means building some degree of machine learning and or artificial intelligence into the mix, because data enables us to create more relevant experience across one or more dimensions of the four C's: content, commerce, community, and convenience. So, how to win? This is based on my approach for the past 1.5 years or so, dealing with brands and major agencies during this pandemic. So I know the pandemic has its challenges, but it also has new opportunities for us. Going into the third year, we should already adapt and identify those opportunities and get out of the survival mode and back to winning mode. Three simple items. The first one's listen to your customers, kick things up on social. If you have done that and adapted, well done. But if not, you should start right away. Listen for changes in customer sentiment and behavior. I lost count on how many brands open their official account, store, or channels on marketplace. Brands should be present where their customers are present. Beef up your online presence. It is not a nice to have tool or platform. It is a need to have. To open a two-way communication between you and your customers, we have seen and witnessed the power of social media. I don't have to explain or elaborate on that, especially in Indonesia. The second one is take care of your customers, identify their pain points, and
I'm
add
sorry,
value to your
Mas Ruly. Mas Ruly, the slide is not moving. Slide-nya
Okay.
nggak jalan. Mungkin Mas Ruly boleh tampilkan.
Is it moving now?
Not yet. Okay. All participants, can you see
Let me
the
just
screen? Oh, okay.
reshare.
Reshare ya, baik.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah,
Can you see it now,
sudah
Melissa?
muncul. Yes, I can
Yeah.
see it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Okay. The second point is take care of your customers, identify their pain points, and add value to your brand. Put yourself in their shoes. Give your customer happiness. They don't only remember bad experience, they also remember good experience. That is something that we have to believe. Give them values that they can get behind. And the third one is get creative. Now is a good time as any to take risks and be creative with your tactics and your campaigns. There is no pandemic platform in your media strategy. Don't play safe, don't rely on that duopoly, but experiment with your media placement as well. And I want to share with you one of my success story in building the ideation for a brand. This is for Lazada, my dear customer. We did this in April 2021, back in last year's Ramadan. So Lazada came to me wanting to hold a music event during Ramadan. They don't have anything specific in mind. You know, at first, the easiest and quickest way to close the deal was, proposing an online concert. That's it. Pretty regular and predictable and pretty safe. At the time, April 2021, 1 year into the pandemic, um, everything is moving or move online already. So is online concert really special? Online music event? At the time, my thinking was you want the quickest path or the complicated path with the promise of bigger rewards at the end. So I tried to break it down into components. The first one is online music concert. Music concert is very big in Indonesia before the pandemic. Especially, we have a ton of music festivals every year. Everyone was always flocking to the music concert, uh, music festival, uh, any genre. Everyone was flocking to it. Based on our own survey, I know that after 1 year into pandemic, everyone was craving for a music concert. But I don't want to make it just like a regular concert, especially during festive season, peak season like Ramadan. So I came up with not one, not two, but 5 live streams, one for every week. So that answers the needs of our users, especially Jukes and the clients as well. That's the number of concerts, but how to differentiate the concert from everyone else? Not just competitors, but everyone else. So using the tools or features that I have, I infuse a competition element into the concert. So Jukes has these karaoke features where users can sing their favorite songs from their favorite singers. So we infuse the karaoke element so Jukes users, can sing their favorite songs from their favorite singers that will perform on the live stream. So at the start of every week, Monday, we put up the competition awareness, and then we out of the hundreds that submitted their karaoke, we pick 5 shortlist, and then on the live stream, we will ask the performing artists out of the 5 to choose 3 of the best. So I added another element, add another value, and add another differentiation. And that's not it. We also add a bit of a talk show segment with the performing artists. My thinking was users want to reconnect. Their fans want to reconnect, get to know what they have been doing for the past year or so, what their activities during the pandemic and so on, how their source of income during the pandemic, because obviously there's no offline concert, there's no offline gig. But I didn't stop there. I think one of the success that I put that this was done live. I pushed for live streaming, not pre-recorded, not taped. Fortunately, all the performing artists agreed to it, so it was done live, and we still also had the all the regular placement, the ad libs, the TVCs, the running banner, running text, that sort of things, and it was streamed live, both on 2 platforms simultaneously on Jukes Live and Lazada Live. So the takeaways here, I take care of my clients, I take care of my users, the Jukes users on this instance, and also Lazada customers as well. I gave them entertainment, I gave them something that they missed, and on top of that, I also support the government movement, the stay-at-home movement back then. And we have more than 600,000 viewers during the live streams in total. So this was a full-scale solution. Um, and back to my original point that we also, as a sales consultant, we have to also act as a strategist or a planner, because we know the best way to speak to our customers in terms of our platform. In this instance, Jukes. Brands know how to talk to their customers, but we know how to talk to that segment of people that brands want to target in our platform. So it's a team effort. So this is what the screenshots that I share. At the end, I can see on the right hand side, this is actually not in the package. So Raisa is one of the artists that perform on the Ramadan concert. So we have a package of IG posts, IG feed, and all that. But after the concert, she posts this out of uh, nowhere, basically. She said thank you both to Jukes and Lazada, because she was very thrilled to be back on stage after almost a year not doing music performance. So this is a win-win, because Raisa in this instance as a stakeholder for Jukes as well as an artist. So this is a win-win for all. So yeah, it was a huge success, and we're hoping to produce a different one this Ramadan. So you just have to wait and see. So I end my session with a quote from Stephen Covey. One thing's for sure: if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. One definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expect different results. That's it from me. Thank you. I give it back to you, Melissa.
Okay, thank you very much, Mas Ruly, for the presentations. Very interesting, yeah. We were talking about the innovations in a new era of advertising. So we hope all the participants could get more perspectives, new perspective and new ideas, ya. Thank you very much, Mas Ruly. Terima kasih. Sampai ketemu lagi.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. We're moving to the next session.